Howdy there guys, welcome back to Edgar TV, where today the cogs have been turning and I'm going to share with you some situations I can think of as situations in the past where games have had to be stopped. Now, this got my mind ticking because Simon Whitlock in the UK Open this past week against Damon Heta needed to leave the stage because nature called. I'm not sure if it was number one or number two, whichever one it was, he needed to get off and he needed to go. He did offer to concede the game to Damon Heta, but he was allowed to come back on and complete the fixture. And then I thought, this has surely happened before, or similar sort of scenarios, and they have. So, if you do know one that I do not mention in this video, pop it in the comments below. But for now, let's take a look through what we've got. The first one we're going to do is going to go to the World Championship between Paul Nicholson and Kevin Burness. It was the opening leg of the game, and the lights went out. They just completely died. Now, no one knew at the time what was going on. It didn't take long before the officials was called over. George Noble, the referee at the time, was asked to take the players off the stage. Everyone left the stage and then came back on at a later point to conclude the match. Now, backstage, I do have a video on this about what it's like backstage for players, and I do talk about that World Championship venue backstage. I'll pop that video on the end screen if that one interests you. But backstage there are a couple of boards, so the players would probably be better off just getting back there, having a board to themselves, just ticking over. Luckily it was in the first leg, not like at a crucial point of the game, so both players had plenty of time to recover. Crucial point of the game though, between James Wade and Adrian Lewis. This one was dubbed Windgate, the semi-final of the World Championships 2012. James Wade was 5-1 up in a game and there was a draft going across the stage. Big kickoff, big hoo-ha, players leaving the stage. Adrian Lewis stood there with his shirt like this, watching it blow around, trying to show that the wind was affecting the darts. Adrian Lewis came back on and won that semi-final from 5-1 down. Some people say that was the year James Wade should have been world champion. It's certainly the closest he'd ever been. Not the first and only time though Adrian Lewis is going to feature on this video. He also features for an incident that happened in the quarterfinals with Peter Manley back in 2006. This was in a quarterfinal stage, not at the Alexandra Palace, but at the old venue, the Circus Tavern. In this situation, he also, like I said, walked off the stage, 3-1 down, due to the mind games of Peter Manley. He was complaining about Peter Manley talking quite a lot throughout the game. The camera cuts to Peter Manley and there's that famous sort of having it large Adrian sort of comment. However, I'm reliably informed that he didn't say having it large Adrian. What he actually says is having a laugh Adrian, which changes history. I know, I'm sorry if that ruins it for you, but we'll stick with having it large. It suits so much better, doesn't it? Really good sort of quote there. I'm not going to try and rewrite history, but yeah. Adrian Lewis left the stage. Did return to complete the game, but left Peter Manley up there. Really interesting sort of scenario. We certainly don't get that nowadays in the modern game. Two really bizarre ones though to finish off with. One of them happened in the World Championship Final 2017. Lee Marshall, Disco Boy, then doing Troll Station, decided to run on the stage, grab the World Championship trophy during the final and try presenting it to Michael van Gerwen, as Michael van Gerwen was at the time giving a battering out to Gary Anderson. Michael van Gerwen did put that aside, go on to win the World Championship, won that 7-3 in 2017, but invasion on the stage, stopped the game, stopped play, security piled in, they took him off, and it's a distraction that could have changed history, shall we say, because you don't know how people are going to react to that, you know, having someone jump on the stage. But the stage is where we're going to stay for the final one of this, the final one on the list. Mervyn King took on Rick Hofstra in the BDO World Championship down at Lakeside. 2004, it was 1-set-all, and Mervyn King said the oche's wrong, and the game had to be stopped, and the oche had to be measured and checked, because Mervyn King was not sure the oche was correct. Now, I can vouch for this. Not the oche being wrong, but sometimes it feeling like it's wrong. The perception of the throw. This is why a series I'm doing over on the Mission YouTube channel, Rate My Oche, so good, because we get to go around, and sometimes, like if the ceiling's a bit sort of lower, if the oche depth, like the raised oche, if that's quite high, it can make you feel a bit small at times, which again makes you feel like you're throwing up. So the perception of everything can be right. The oche was correct, but it felt off for Mervyn King. Something in that perception would have changed for him. Again, I can't put it on the end screen, I've already got a video on there, but I'll rate my oche in the description down below. It's well worth a watch, go check that one out. So, but yeah, Mervyn King stopped that game, got it measured, then went on to win 3-1. So, worked out alright for him there. Break of flow, I don't think that was his intention, but sometimes a break of flow can really sort of knock you in your stride, and it certainly did for Rick Hofstra, who dropped his average into the 70s for that fixture. So there are the situations in which I can think of where games have been stopped for crazy reasons or bizarre reasons. If you've got any, the comment section's where to go. Let me know as many as you can down there, and I will catch you very soon for Edgar TV, which you're subscribed to, I'm sure, by now. If not, get it done. Edgar TV.